All right, guys, so it's the next day. We're back at it again. We're getting ready to take one of these long, it's a 10-foot stick of the rectangle tubing here. We're going to cut those for our support braces for the tabletop, like the rails that run underneath the top of it, to connect the legs. So I think I'm going to do 7 foot, like have the leg space 7 foot apart. So I think I'm going to end up with about 6 inches of overhang on each end of the table, which will give us a little bit of room to clamp to on the outside edge. So that should be pretty good. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get those cut now, and then we'll get those welded in place. And we got to cut the shorter pieces. I think we're gonna end up doing it 8 foot by 4 foot. So we'll get those pieces cut for the sides of it too, so we can get the whole thing kind of locked in place together. So anyway, stay tuned. Let's get to it. All right, guys, so we got the bars cut for the top frame of the table. Got everything beveled in and cleaned up. I got the first leg here mocked up, zeroed the angle finder on this bottom portion right here, and then put it to 90 degrees up there on that one, so we should be good there. We'll start with that, get everything tacked in there, and try to start mocking the rest of them up. So, all right, stay tuned. So we got that top pass done, and that top pass done. It's really kind of an awkward position down there, trying to weld it and film it. Basically had to lay on the floor, kind of get your foot over on the pedal to one side, laying across the weld, hovering above it. I definitely am not used to doing that kind of position when trying to get it done. But anyway, we got that leg situated for now. I'm gonna clean the other ones up and get those all tacked in and kind of to the same point. And once I do, I'll bring you guys back, and then we'll flip the table upside down, or the right way up, and we'll weld everything else from a little bit better position vertically. So anyway, yeah, stay tuned, we'll get to it. Alright guys, so as you can see, we used the strap back here to pull it back in the square. Just a hair off, about a quarter inch. After getting everything tacked up in the bottom welds on it. So pulling it back in the square, we're going to go over and kind of get a lot more tacks on the top side, and maybe even run the beads out once we know we're good. Stay tuned. Alright, so we got the top rails welded up, guys. Table's coming along pretty nice. Went around, checked all four corners with the level, and looks like we're dead on it. Everything is flat and level and square at the moment. So I think what I'm going to do now is probably take some plate and make some triangles out of it for the corners. I'll probably put one, just put a triangle on all the corners to keep the legs square with the top of the table. Keep anything from moving around at all, give it some extra reinforcement. And I'm debating whether or not I want to put the shelf rack on the bottom or just leave it open, because it's going to be replacing this bench over here. And as you can see right now, I currently have quite a bit of stuff on that bench, or under the bench rather. So I might want to leave it open like that just so I can do it. But anyway, we'll either do the triangles on each one of the corners or we'll go back with the rack. But for now, that's going to do it for this one. I got to talk to, got Gotta talk to a guy about the top for it and see if we can get something worked out there. Hoping I can get it already with the holes in it without it being too much money. But anyway, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Thanks for sticking with me on it. Hope we're going to get a little bit more done for y'all here shortly. But that is the base to our 4-foot by 8-foot fab table. All right, thanks guys. See you on the next one. Alright guys, I really hope you're enjoying the video. Just want to take a second to invite you over to Yurkit Racing Spread Shop, where you can find all sorts of merchandise. You name it, it's probably in there. So go over, find you something you like, take a picture of it in action, and send it over to us at yurkit_offroad@yahoo.com. I think it'd be a really cool thing if we could include some of these pictures at the end of our videos and share it with the rest of the community. Every order you place on this site is greatly appreciated, and it really goes a long ways to make sure that we're able to continue to bring you the content just like this.